Just like Sri Lanka, the Chinese military are planning to take over the Apapa port, the Apapa seaport, which happens to be one of the biggest money-making machine for Nigeria, over the presidential jet debt. Ogun State is owing the Chinese government money for over 20 years, and that money has not been paid. And what's your take on this?
My take on it is that the painful thing there is that this money wey they use buy this jet, let me speak in this money. I don't get power to speak English because e don pass wetin person go dey speak English for.
But I don't pass Gary.
The money wey dem take buy this jet no be their money o, our money. So if they even seize that jet, they will still go inside budget, go get another budget, they will part another budget use buy the same. See, one thing we need to understand is that this regime has a lot on its hands, because very soon now, who knows, Apapa seaport can be up for sale. The National Theatre, most of our federal government, 8 properties of the federal government of Nigeria abroad is being targeted by Chinese firm, and we are here sitting down. And we are, see, my brother, what happened in Sri Lanka, let's not, it's going to happen in Nigeria. Maybe you that you're interviewing me now, they can't carry you go China now. Change your name to, I don't know, Chinwe. My God, my God.
But the point is, they said that every Nigeria is owing nothing less than 500,000. Money where your hand no day, where you know nothing about.
I told somebody that we are all goats. If we are really reasoning in this country, none of these guys will spend the next 1 minute that place. We should have all mounted the streets and make sure these people are booted. These people are virus. They say no weapon fashion. These politicians are the weapon fashion against Nigerians. I repeat. These people know what to do to fix Nigeria, but they will not do it because it is not to their own benefit. Whether Dakon, whether they are Amosu, whoever, all these people are not meant to be in the place of position. So far that they are there, Nigeria will continue sinking and sinking and sinking. Imagine, biggest black nation on earth, a Chinese firm is seizing their 3 presidential debts. Nobody the one who use money by. I don't know. Probably the one Tinubu used going to Guinea was the one he bought. 3 presidential is being seized.
Even the new one in France has been seized. $100 million don't go like that. Yeah.
And tomorrow, my God, it's so unfortunate. Me, I don't know what to say. I'm being emotional at this point in time. It's so unfortunate. Let us continue keep on watching these people as they keep on disgrace Nigeria until we get to our senses, whereby we demand that all these people should leave. The bill they proposed, that is enough to even sack the whole members of the House of Rep and National. That one is enough.
Meanwhile, your senators are taking home 21 million.
They are not my senators now. They are not my senators. I don't even know
21
them.
million
I didn't even vote for them. So 21 million, that is allowance now. You are not of a truth, the salary. You know, when you do look at salary now, you have allowance. But the take home is more than 25 million naira. But the salary, that salary is 1 million in quote. But we are not talking about allowances. So the allowances, everything just together is more than 25 million naira. You understand? I don't know how they are going to battle. I don't know how the APC is going to, all those propaganda guys, how they are going to defend this. That make them seize them.
Make our president use le waka. Thank you very much, brother. Wait till 2027. It doesn't matter the amount of protest. Tinubu must finish his tenure. Dele Alake statements to Peter Obi, Atiku, Showore, and even all Nigerians that are crying that there's hunger in the land. That it doesn't matter how they cry, that Tinubu will finish his tenure and no protest will remove him from that seat. Do you agree with Dele Alake?
I agree with you 100% because I think Nigeria needs to mourn for about 4 years or thereabout of Tinubu's administration. Immediately Tinubu came to power, we know the level of intimidation. You know, we do know the level of regret. We know the level of hardship. We know the level of reservation. They also knew, the presidency also knew, you know, that Nigerians, you know, are mourning every day over his presence in Aso Rock. You know, so I agree with Dele Alake very well because you know, it was a calculated mistake on the side of the electors. Unfortunately, you know, they are also mourning another man who also facilitated the movement, talking about the INEC chairman himself. Yakubu Mahmood, who sealed the deal finally, through INEC, and of course the Nigerian judiciary, who would have come to the aid, of the common man. But unfortunately, we didn't see that coming from the Nigerian judiciary, because I later came to find out that on every institution that has to do with sustenance and sustainability of government, on which pillars of democracy is being rested on this country, is being influenced by the government. The INEC is being influenced. They are not independent. The judiciary is influenced. They are not independent. All the institutions that democracy was built on, that was supposed to be pillars of democracy, is being controlled. None of them is independent. So they understand, even to stand up today and say we are going to impeach the president of Nigeria. Those institutions that would have supported the impeachment of any president in Nigeria, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is dead and alive. That's why I'm telling you that Elena, the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, who Lilovena or Elena Lilovena, whatever they call her, should be careful, because he doesn't know Nigerian government. He doesn't understand Nigerian government. He doesn't know how Nigerian government operates. He has been in Nigeria, but he doesn't know the depth of what he's doing. You came for a trade business, a business engagement. All of a sudden, you switch over to something that does not concern you. You are not the Finnish government spokesperson, for God's sake. What concerns you? Because you are, this is being suspected. You are financially pacified to make that kind of statement. That's the government of Nigeria. It's not Finnish government. You are in Nigeria. We are talking about not Finland. By the time they will deal with you in Nigeria here, you understand that Nigeria, that even ordinary plane, they are collect. Look at, do you know where France is? France is in another country. Nigerians are here collecting the same money. They are paying $100 million going to private pockets. Consistently, they have been paying the money. Presidential jet, international mess, embarrassment. What do Tinubu know?
But Tinubu.
Okay, wait, don't tell me Tinubu. It's not a Tinubu thing. It's not a Tinubu thing.
They said they will not obey that court rule.
Okay, let me tell you, the Chinese firm that was involved in that took them to court, and then the court has already passed judgment.
They said they will not obey the judgment.
See, that's what I'm telling you. If the government of Nigeria is saying they will not obey the court judgment, then they do not have any moral right. And of course, I am using this opportunity to call the Finnish government to probe Finnish ambassador to Nigeria for threatening a whole entire race, to investigate the circumstances surrounding that unwarranted and unnecessary statement, saying that they are looking into, what is your business? They encourage you to come and look at how you are going to do business. This is not a political gathering. This is not a bilateral. That is not the atmosphere where you're supposed to have made that kind of statement. So that statement is questionable already. It looks like there is something. She has been greased, and the Finnish, they have to look at it now. But they say they will not obey. Of course, they should wait for the next level. China, the people, the Chinese firm, the Chinese company who are responsible for those private jets have already won the case. It's an international mess. It's an international embarrassment for a presidential jet. 3, not even 1, 2, 3, 4. No problem. That is the Nigeria of their dream. You understand me? This is the vision of the leaders themselves. This is what they see as leadership. That is okay, but to an extent, if you look at the axis, they are the Norths. They are not as funny as Commonwealth nations. Most of the countries are Scandinavian countries. So whatever they are doing at this particular time, you know, Nigeria will need to understand, because the president himself has come out to say that nobody voted him into. He bought. Look at it, that he bought presidency with his money. And if Yakub Mahmoud becomes a threat, they will sack him, pick a Yoruba man, they will do their bidding at the end of the day. That is coming from the presidency. So, are you trying to tell me, you know, that they have understood the Nigerian factor, they have understood the Nigerian citizens, they have understand on how to manipulate the consciousness of ordinary Nigerians on the street, and they can do it successfully with propaganda, whatever it takes. By that time, maybe Nigeria would have forgotten the suffering they are going through at this point in time. Even they are buying a spoon of rice for 1,000 naira, there's no problem. Then the government will still have their way. Tinubu is going to complete 8 years. Maybe after 4 years, you know, because he said very clearly that if you feel you have money by 2027, I'm going to bring out money. Then we'll face each other with, you know, war. Funding, campaign funding. If you bring out 1 million, I bring out 500 billion of dollars. He said he's not hiding it. So that was why some people came out and said, you know, you bought your way to the presidency, and the consequences of doing that is what Nigeria is facing today. Because if you have been voted for, you know, maybe now at this point, Nigeria would have been experiencing, you know, some level of dividends of democracy at the end of the day. But we are not seeing it, you know. So what Adola Leke is telling you the truth, that the APC knows what to do at any particular time, you know, and if care is not taken, they will also repeat the game they played in 2023 presidential election.
Thank you very much for that brilliant submission, Mr. Chinedu. Good morning.